Hey, what's up, guys? This is William Nyambo again, and today I'm so excited and very delighted to share my second vlog for my media literacy class from the same book written by Pike, and it's titled Media Literacy. Um, from chapter 3 of this book, Pike was talking about parody news, and he really did a phenomenal job explaining what parody news is all about, just for us to understand what he was trying to say, and by giving different examples, uh, different people, different journalists that were using the same type of news, and they were successful. One of the well-known people who was involved in this type of news, his name was Jon Stewart, who was hosting the Daily Show. Um, he he was using this show just to share some of the political current affairs that were happening that time, for people just to be aware of what's um, happening around the world. So that's how parody news works. Like different journalists and for different journalists hosting comedy shows, talking about political issues and different issues affecting people's lives, the citizens, and affecting the whole world. So honestly, I wasn't really a fan of this type of news, um, because the fact that this news involves some comedy in it, to address some important information, like to make fun of some public political figures. I wasn't really a fan of it. But then, after reading this book, this chapter specifically, and watching some of the uh, shows that are like examples for this type of news, I think I'm having second thoughts, meaning I might start liking this type of news. And yeah, I will, as time goes, I will. So uh, one of the outstanding um, one of the outstanding element that I learned from this book is from chapter 61, where Pike was explaining the impact of parody news uh, to the society. Um, he was saying the fake news is not only in its own way more true to the facts, it's closer to the cutting edge of new possibilities for political participation. And also, fake news provides more opportunities for people to become truly knowledgeable and to engage as political activists. I think um, these two statements, they really changed the way my perception. I mean, the way I view parody news. Like I already said, I wasn't really a fan of this type of news, but then these statements are so powerful. They made me to realize how productive they are. Um, for me to know what's happening around the world, I need information. For me to to share with somebody my world views, I need information on what's happening around the world. And for me to get that information, I have to be involved with those issues. If I don't get involved with what's happening around the world, then I'm not going to be able to know what's really happening around the world. And um, some of the media houses, they don't really talk about everything, but this type of news talks about some of the matters that are not even discussed by media issues, by different media houses, I mean. So I feel like this is a good type of news that I really need to be um, paying attention and just to follow what's happening. I know there will be some of the things that I would not really like, but I think it's a good platform for me to be engaged with the decisions made by different political activists. And in terms of honesty, in literal sense, this type of news I can't say is honest because some of the things they're being exaggerated or they are not like truthful. But then uh, this type of news contains facts. And when I was watching some of the examples of this type of news, different TV shows, I was also doing some research just to match up what they are saying and if it's true or not. But then I found out that they just don't talk about stuff randomly. They really do research and they know what they are talking about. And in terms of independency, um, I would say yes, they are free from bias. Um, this I would say it's difficult for me to explain, but I believe um, they don't favor somebody. They are not like behind somebody when they are trying to host those TV shows. They just tell what's on the table and they choose stories that are very relevant for the society to know what's happening and yeah, just for the bet of everyone.